Hey guys, welcome back to the core data project we've been building. Sorry it's been a while, but just been a little bit busy this week, but I'm trying to get some videos out for you this week. So let's have a look what we did last time. We added the ability to be able to save teams into core data. So we achieved quite a lot. Today, what we want to do, we want to be able to swipe on these teams and actually remove them from the table view, but also remove them from core data as well, because otherwise once you restart the application, those teams will come back. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so in order for this to work, what we need to do, we need to add something called a UITableviewRowAction, which is basically part of UITableviewController. So it's just another function that we need to add. So we're inside Teams controller at the moment. So let's just have a look where we can add this. I guess we can just, so if we go below self row at index path, and I believe what we're looking for is, let's have a look, edit actions for row at. Because what we want to do, we actually want to be able to return an array of UITableviewRowActions. So yeah, there it is. So in order to do this, what we need to do, we just need to create a delete action, which is quite easy. It's just let DeleteAction equals UITableviewRowAction, and then we just use a constructor. So we're going to be using the destructive style, and just give it a title of delete. And then for the handler, the first one we're not too interested in, so we can just leave that blank, but we are interested in the index path. That's where we're going to be deleting from. So let's create a team. So let team, which is equal to our core data teams, and then we just need to grab the index path.row, which will give us the specific team that we need. And let's just print the team as well, just for some visual confirmation which team we're actually going to be deleting. So just a simple print statement, attempting to print team, and then just pass in the name. So we can just say team.name, and then just do some nil coalescing at the end, just to prevent that optional error. And what we need to do at the end, we just need to return, it's going to be an array of UITableviewRowActions because there's going to be more than one of them. So we need an array, but for now there's just going to be the single delete action. So that error should go away. So let's run that, and then we should be able to see down in the console that we should be able to see which team we're actually deleting, which is, yeah, there we go. So we're attempting to delete Cardiff, attempting to delete Liverpool. So we know the action's working, so that's a good start. So now what we need to do, we actually need to remove it from the table view. So we just say self.tableview.delete rows, and then we just want the index path from above, and then we just give it any animation you want. I think automatic should be fine. So you'd think that would work, but if we actually run this now, we're actually going to get a crash, and I'll tell you why. So if we slide delete, and yeah, we get a crash, and the reason, if we have a look at the error, number of rows contained in existing section is 0. So basically what that means is that we're not being specific enough of where we're deleting from. So rather than just saying, yeah, just delete the team from the index row, we actually have to physically remove it as well. So just above that table view delete rows, there's one more line of code we need, which is self.coredatateams.remove at, and then we have to specifically tell it the index, which is index path.row. So if we run that again, we should now be able to delete from the table view successfully, which we do. So they're all deleting, fine. Brilliant, so that's deleting. The next problem we've got is if we click stop and then just rerun this, what we'll find is those teams are actually coming back from the dead, if you like, because the reason being coredata is reviving them and obviously reloading, so we have to actually remove them from coredata. So let's do that now. It's not too difficult. So just below there, we just need to, obviously we're working with coredata, so just create a context, which we've done before. Let context equals coredata service.share.persistentContainer.view context. Now we need to use that context, so context dot, and it's just delete, and it's an NS manage object which we're deleting, which is our team. So we can go ahead and do that. Obviously we need to save that change, so in order to do that we need to do the do catch let. So catch let error print just unable to delete team from coredata. That should be fine, and then just pass it the error. Then if we just say try context.save, so we're actually persisting that change. So it's a little bit of code, but we're just creating a table view row action. We're just removing it from the index path and then actually telling it to delete from the table view with that index path. Then we're just creating a context, so we can actually save that persistent change into coredata. So let's run that, and we should be able to delete these teams now. And they're all deleting fine. So if we just rerun that, we should see those teams won't come back because we're saving the persistent change to coredata, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to be also having the ability to edit teams as well. So let's just go ahead and create a second action called DeleteAction equals, like we did above, UITableviewRowAction, and it'll be just a normal style. We'll call it an edit button. And again, in here, we're not interested in the first parameter, we're just interested in the second, which is the index path. And let's just do a little print statement just to test that button, just to make sure it is working. And then we can say attempting to edit team, not delete. We've already done that. And then, as I say, we've got this second edit action, and we can just amend this array at the end. So we're just, rather than returning one delete action, we're actually returning the edit action as well. So we should see, when we swipe, we should then see an extra button, which will give us the ability to take us to another view controller and actually edit the information and persist that change as well. So it's kind of handy. So there we go. We know that second button's working because we're getting visual confirmation below, attempting to edit team, which is great. And that's exactly what we want. So yeah, great job. And we'll action that in the next video. Okay, so we've done, again, quite a lot today. We've added the ability to delete teams from coredata, and we've also added this button to edit teams from coredata as well. We'll actually get the functionality working for that in the next video. So that should be available pretty soon. I'm just doing some finishing touches. But as usual, drop a comment, send me a message on Instagram or Twitter. But yeah, keep subscribing and keep looking out for the videos. They should be with you shortly. But again, thanks for watching, guys.